Wolverine has been my favorite character since I was a kid. It was an incredible experience to follow the footprints in the mud of all the creators who came before me, and then to channel the beast as somebody who is, a short, muscular, grumpy, cigar-chomping, whiskey-swilling loner. It doesn't feel like too much of a leap for me to jump into the mindset of Wolverine. With Wolverine, I'm thinking, like, what are some essential components of the character? His ruined memory, his history of violence, his interest in atonement, the wildness inside of him. Like, it's about man in the wild and the wild in man. The first season is told in interrogative format. These agents are interviewing different subjects who are every one of them unreliable. And in that way, it sort of drew from procedurals like S-Town and Serial, right? Podcasts that people were familiar with in order to get them on board. And then we could do more straight line storytelling in the second season. The second season, though, and what you see in Wolverine's relationship with Marcus Baptiste and his relationship with Gambit is that he's moving towards empathy. You especially see that in the final episode and the decision that he makes there.
You draw some of it out of Gambit, too.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Because Gambit is kind of like a Han Solo character.
Yeah.
You put your unique mark on that slick son of a bitch.
One of the things that I love about comic books is how wide the world is and how interested people are in interpretations of various characters and stories. To sort of dip into the variety of that was a real pleasure.
And the true nerds will be able to notice these Easter eggs within the series, but we're also telling our own story that hopefully is true to the character while taking him towards a new horizon. Comics are such a visual medium. Vision is our primary sense. I tend to write visually, even when I'm not paneling things out. And when you instead have to envision a soundscape that's gonna make your audience feel anchored and create dialogue that's also gonna carry some expository information with it, that broke my brain in a really good way. It is groundbreaking to some degree in the way that people have been truly consumed by the audio experience. Sometimes you'd be you're in the present in one sound environment, maybe listening to cicadas or a boat paddling along in the bayou, but then somebody starts to tell a story and that other sound environment, the sound environment of the past, bleeds into the present, and they converge, coming together in this storm of noise.
Well, as I live and breathe.
What the hell were you doing at our apartment, Gambit?
I'm sorry, I don't know anyone who goes by that name.
What happened to Maureen?
I'm afraid I'm busy right now. In fact, we were just about to play another hand.
That's right. Let's go now.
I'm dealing.
You wanna play? I'll join you.
If only there was an open seat.
What the hell are you doing? Oh, look. Found one.
The way this was recorded was with a directional mic, a 3D microphone. You'll notice if you listen to it that you get a sense of space and direction and distance. We'd have another scene in a boat, and we sat on a folding table and pretended to row, We really treated the microphone, it's like this sphere just hanging, this orb, this magic orb that's catching everything, and you treat it like a camera. It's kind of like making a movie in an odd way.
If you think about the way a novel works, right, you're feeding the audience information, but they're conjuring the characters on their own. It requires a major leap on the audience's behalf. If you look at a movie or a TV show, everything's being supplied to them. They can enjoy the entertainment in a more passive way as a result of that. But it's interesting with podcasts because they occupy a kind of gray zone in between, like this shadowlands, where you're giving them just enough with that drippy faucet in the corner, or that air conditioner wheezing, or the grunts of Bill doing capoeira in his pajamas, or whatever else, that the audience feels like I'm there, but the audience is almost like a co-author in the process because they have to take that leap themselves.